at this.
Look who stepped in the door. All la-di-da.
Bro, it smells like grilled meat in here, bro.
Okay, old Mr. Asado FC just
Bro.
walked in the building.
Fucking Boludo FC. Está aquí.
Un honor.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
We are-
I don't know what I'm getting myself into, to be honest.
You never know. No one's ever really sure what this is going to be.
I think it's been an unspoken thing between Alexis and I that as soon as we invite Nico Cantor to the show, we're just gonna make him as uncomfortable as possible.
100%, bro.
That is the plan.
Try your best.
Yeah. You've worked with me long enough where I feel like you've gotten a taste.
I feel like I know how to wiggle around feeling uncomfortable on air.
Well, we done moved the cones on you, bro.
Yeah.
We'll test that. Absolutely honored to be joined by the one and only Alexis' co-worker. That's his biggest
Top of the IMDb.
First thing on my CV.
but of Morning Footy, just a legendary journalist at this point.
Oh,
I mean, the
thank
man
you.
puts in the work. My man travels all over the world. Please, round of applause for Nico Cantor, everybody.
Oh my fucking God.
What a fucking sick soundboard.
Yeah,
We
dude.
got a lot going on. We're not
I'm
even
ready for you with your hot takes.
Okay.
Imagine we just don't ask Nico any questions and just hit the board.
Just the full soundboard.
We're like cats playing with ribbon. It's easy.
It's an exciting day. You came all the way from Connecticut. You were
Yeah.
doing Morning Footy.
He came all the way from Brazil.
That's right. You were in Rio de Janeiro.
He sold
Yeah.
his PlayStation.
Yeah.
His dad sold his motorcycle.
And I sold my kid.
Can't wait to
I
see
didn't know
this.
you wore a thong. That's crazy, bro. Little highways too, like an 80s.
Also, I'll be honest, the abs are crazy on Nico. though.
He actually is putting in work in the gym.
But Nico Cantor, I mean, let's just start there because you just came back from Brazil.
Yeah.
And you were watching your
Sucked.
Brazil, the entire country. No,
No, the country's awesome. The experience was
at the
fucking
game.
awful. How much can I curse?
As much as you
as
fucking
much as I
want.
want.
As
All right.
difficult as you'd like to make my job.
Okay.
Oh yeah, every
All
time we
right.
curse,
kidding,
he
I'm
has
kidding, I'm
to.
kidding.
He has
Great.
to.
Go as
Like,
much
is
as
there
you
a
want.
threshold of words I cannot say? Like fuck, shit,
what are you, George
ass?
Carlin?
Like, which one are you
You're
not
good. You're
blurring
good. I mean,
out?
I'm blurring all of those out, but you can keep saying as much as you want.
It's just like Cooligans every time you swear.
but you
It's
were
just a lot of it.
you were just in Rio for the Copa Libertadores final. Obviously,
Yeah.
your Boca Juniors against Fluminense.
Yeah.
And to give people some context, oh my God, I sound like you on the show.
Let's
To
hear
give
it.
people context, you are not a Manchester United and Boca fan. You're not a Real Madrid and Boca. You are a Boca fan, and that is it.
Yeah, I would even go as far as saying for national teams, I don't feel as strong for Argentina or for the US and Honduras. Let's throw Honduras in there because my mom's from Honduras. Than I do for Boca. Mind you, I was born in Miami, so it was like all the Argentines when I go to Argentina, they would all say I'm gringo or shanky, as you say in Argentina, and all the Americans.
S-H-A-N-K.
The New York
Shanky in Argentina.
Shanky.
I'm a little
Yeah.
something
The
else.
New York Yankees. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
Los Shanky Nueva York. Straight up.
It's a difficult.
COVID must have spread a lot there because of all the spinning when you guys talk.
And if you had a gap in your teeth, it's even
Oh
worse.
my God, you whistling, dog? You sound like this.
So yeah, and then all the gringos here would say I'm not American. So it's like I had that ni de aquí ni de allá complex.
We all do.
We got
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, we got it.
So Boca was like my thing, and I kind of picked up teams growing up because like in high school everybody had a Premier League team, and I kind of just followed Davis around. So I like Manchester United for a little bit, then like Manchester City. But honestly, at the end of the day, I couldn't care less for those teams compared to what I care about.
Right.
What I care about for Boca.
Notice he
you
said
know?
that as soon as Tevez got to West Ham, he was like, nah, I can't.
As Corinthians, West Ham.
Suddenly I stopped caring.
Yeah. So
Now let's-
Boca's my team.
Your accent we should talk about.
Okay.
Because this is how you really talk.
This is how I really talk.
it-
guys.
is this weird how he
My
talks?
my
People
elementary school
think
friends say
he's-
it's gotten worse.
He's taking advantage of people thinking he's European or South American.
Okay,
This dude's from Miami.
He has like
Yeah.
a transatlantic,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really.
yeah. Correct. Yeah. You know what? You know how Fraser Crane sometimes sounds
Right.
British? That's how my guy sometimes sounds South
He
American.
like maybe adapts to like the city you're
we all
in.
code switch.
Oh, and I mega code switch.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't like.
Yeah. Oh,
like
when he does the Premier League, like the Golazo show in England, he walks in with a monocle.
no, straight up. When I'm talking to people from England, I'll go instead of "Hey, what you do at the weekend?" I'll say "What you do at the weekend." I'll do it. You know, I'll like those little things. With Spanish, forget about it. I have Chilean friends. Like my biggest, I would say, the nationality that I'm most around in Miami, for example, is Chile. And when I'm
Not
speaking
Cuban,
to them,
the whole city,
no,
so
not
you're
Cuban. I have a couple of Cuban friends that
He's
I work
like, I
with.
avoid them as much
No,
as
but the Chileans,
It's the smell.
I straight up, I can't help myself. I'm like, puta, weón, ¿qué te pasa, conche tu madre, weón? I'm just like, just full on Chilean.
But Chilean is like the most complex of all the Spanishes, don't
Yeah.
you think?
And
It's like
it's
a little bit.
incredible.
It's daunting.
It's the Scouse of Latin America.
I would.
There you go.
I would
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like Scouts.
You didn't
now-
have to hit me, by the way.
But even Scouts is like I can clearly understand what they're saying. but
Really?
Chilean, I cannot. Like,
No.
I get intimidated.
When two Chileans talk, it's the difference
Crazy.
between like two Dominicans talking to each other like fast.
Mm-hmm.
That it's that like, how did I just miss out on what's happening? I speak
It's-
this language.
I think in between like Chilean to Chilean, it is probably one of the most, if not the most unintelligible accent in all of Latin America. With all due respect, buenos chilenos los amo, weón. Los amo a todos, weón, porque Chile lo tengo cerca de mi corazón,
Yeah.
concha de
I'm gonna
madre.
need subtitles for what you just said.
He said, "Go to hell, Chile." He said how much he loves them. It's interesting because there was like an early review of the show, and they were like, these Americans don't know what they're talking about, but that Nico. And I was like, oh, how did he escape criticism?
No, but I mean, Nico, you do. I mean, you can tell just watching you on the Golazo show, watching you on Morning Footy. There is an intense amount of preparation. You know, I picture you similar to the way a lot of the announcers, like Arlo White. I remember Arlo White used to write down every single detail of a match.
You got to see his prep for Golazo show. It looks like I don't even know how to explain it. It looks like a murderer's spreadsheet. It's like a
How many
serial
people did I kill, bro?
Yeah, it's like color coded. There's a lot of notes. Like, hates the smell
And
of
you
pineapple.
type it up or you
How
write
does
it by
he know
hand?
that?
The first season, I did it by hand, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy that I don't know why I was doing it by hand. And then I started doing it on the computer. I remember things better when I write it down by hand, but I started doing it on the computer. It's much easier. And now it's, all
Okay.
computer.
No, man, it's.
I saw a spreadsheet. I'm like, this is impressive more than anything else. It's like very detailed.
Thanks,
to a point
bro.
where, and it's also, it could be like, and in the other game, I'm trying to do your accent.
Thanks. Let's hear.
Victor Boniface scores. Favorite color, yellow. And I'm like, you wasted how much?
He did the research.
I'm like, people are like, hey, the guy likes yellow.
But
I
you
know
are
something
the
about Victor Boniface.
but you are the son of Andres Cantor, just literally one of the most legendary figures.
Who called me out?
He called you out. How
Remember?
so?
Because I defended pizza, but
Yeah,
not
you
enough.
defend, not,
Right.
not enough.
Not enough for
Not
his
enough.
liking.
Yeah,
Argentinian
I got
pizza.
pissed at my dad for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He didn't say anything to me when
He
I saw him in
didn't-
person.
Oh, but I think like he wants to like properly talk to you about your whole pizza dissertation, which at the end of the day, I agree with everything that you were saying. Just that it was like he was so detail oriented about like the pizza that Messi had. It was a Napolitana at the end, but
Yeah, but
that wasn't the point you were trying to
That
make.
wasn't the point I was
and I'm
trying
like,
to
my
make.
dad is so in his Argentinian identity. It's like, bah.
Yeah, wake up.
Like realize what he's saying. He's like the only guy on socials defending the pizza
But
that
it wasn't-
Messi
yeah,
got
it
that
wasn't
everybody said
enough
was
for-
trash.
for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to hand walk the world into Argentinian pizza.
Correct.
And this guy wants me to get the specific order right.
Yeah.
Bro, some of these things we gotta step over, Andres.
So you, but look, I just want to ask the question because I'm just generally curious. But your dad is just such a huge figure in this sport for like not just Argentinians, not just Americans, just for people all around the world. His voice is so iconic. But what's it like having a dad that like either famous?
What's it like having a dad?
How you work that?
We need detail.
Oh, he was.
They're there every day? That's
Every day.
crazy.
You're saying he was actively present in your life.
Wow. When he went to Florida, y'all went with him? That is crazy. Yeah, the house big enough for all of you.
So I imagine children of famous parents, let's say, I think the world that we see, we think like, oh, that must be so cool to have a dad like that. But there must be some challenges, right? Yeah, I've heard you mention like he was during World Cups, he'd be away for a long amount of times and things like that. So what are the pros and cons of having that, famous of a dad and that instrumental?
The
father?
iconic voice of soccer.
Yeah.
He missed a lot of things growing up. He couldn't be at like my sister's graduation, but like in 5th grade,
Right.
But still,
That's a big one, though.
When you're that age, every graduation is important,
If I had a kid, I'd find a way to not go to that.
Right. And it was just like, I didn't really understand until I got into this business, like how much effort and dedication you need to put into your craft to be as good as you are. And my dad is like untouchable status for me.
Yeah.
So now I get it. As a kid, I didn't get it, and it was tough. It was tough growing up. But at the end of the day, it's like I didn't really know how famous my dad was really until I was a little bit more mature. When I started going on trips with him, work trips with him, when I was like 13, 14, 15, the first like Mexico, I would go to Mexico friendlies over the summer, and man, getting from like the parking lot of the stadium into the press box, hordes of people just like wanting pictures of my dad, autographs of my dad. I'm like, oh, damn, this dude's
He's
a
the real deal.
big deal.
Yeah. That's actually kind of cool that I've gotten to see you and your dad sort of communicate, and you can tell that you revere him almost as much as we all do. And I think that's rare for the children of famous people. They're like, it's just dad being dad. But I think you get it.
Yeah, I mean, I know that he's a legend, and I know how much he means to the sport here in the U.S., and I have a really good relationship with my dad. I don't mean to.
Yeah. Keep rubbing it in. Wow, he's got one. They get along.
And we're friends at this point, and I respect his work. He respects my work. We have a lot of arguments. We just like with the VAR. We're like in two totally different opinions, and he constantly he despises.
Damn, you
VAR.
gotta
for me,
you gotta do Thanksgiving in 2 different houses.
yeah. Don't bring up VAR on Thanksgiving this year.
He's in the other room. Like, what? Weren't there more potatoes than this? And here, what are you gonna do? Look up on the video?
He's gonna be like, all right, let's just talk politics, something easier.
Fine, religion. Shit.
Well, look, this is kind of cool because we were talking about you going to Brazil, but you went to Brazil for the match with your dad.
Yeah.
To watch the game. Obviously, it must have been difficult.
Sucked.
But you got to experience that with your dad. That must have been pretty cool.
It was awesome. When I walked into the stadium, I cried. I got visibly emotional.
We're gonna go back to our main shot, but who's El Wendy?
Oh, that's my uncle's wife.
Okay,
they live in Switzerland.
They say Cuñandi?
Cuñandi. It's Cuñandi. From cuñado, because it's like a brother-in-law.
Yeah.
This is what they call your Andres?
She calls my dad
Cuñandi. I was like...
and she calls my mom Cuñilili.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. My friend had that. You get an ointment.
Yeah.
And it goes away.
No. Wendy's the best.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I just need a clarification. I just saw it for now and I was very confused. But look, like by not Alexis, huh?
Nice.
Support.
Oh, you're super high on my algorithm.
Oh, yeah?
I don't.
We share a lot of memes.
I think you and Charlie and a couple of just one other friend of mine from Miami. You guys are the top 3 in my podium of people that I send shit to.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We also had just a quick little message because we
no,
had a friend.
No, que bicho, bro. You support Sporting Kansas. No, I'm not gonna have this.
Let him do it.
We just gotta see. He sent something.
I don't want to watch this.
We don't even know what this is yet.
Hello, hola Nico. I know, I'm like a jump scare, Nico. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place, Nico. I'm in your walls. Bueno, Nico. First of all, congratulations with CBS. Congratulations with everything that you've been doing. And, we're all proud of you. You're on the Cooligans, greatest show on earth, and the Cooligans like to spice things up. And I'm gonna say it. CBS gives you too much room to talk about Boca. You know what I'm saying? Too much Boca on CBS. Let's mix it up a little bit. You had a hard weekend. Boca losing to Fluminense. Man. I was feeling for you guys. I was hurt, I was sad. But really, I did get sad because I didn't know your dad was going with you. And then I'm like, no. Andres Cantor cannot be sad. But then I realized your dad has seen it all. He's seen Boca win many of these trophies. He's seen Argentina win all these World Cups. Now listen, sometimes your teams lose, right? I've been there, Nico. I've been there. And don't forget, when River Plate lost to Flamengo, we all know who celebrated. So it's only fair. Sorry for your loss. You know, La Septima is coming, baby. It's coming. It's going to take its time now. It's gonna take its time. And look, don't feel worried. Boca is in good hands. They have a really great coach. They're ran by, I mean, one of the greatest presidents of all time. Yeah, maybe your rival is building a beautiful stadium, state of the art, but you guys aren't done working on yours. It's not done yet. Plenty of things to come for the future for Boca. Bueno, Nico, have fun on the Cooligans, and I don't know. Besos to all the Cantor family, and maybe next year for the both of us, right, Nico? Also, I'm very sorry that you have to deal with Alexis every day.
Nice.
What a beautifully edited.
Yeah, very well done. I thought he was gonna rub it in much more.
I asked Kevin, I'm like, oh, can you just send a little, maybe 15, 20-second message to
3-minute?
Nico? A 2-minute masterpiece.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
It's gonna win an Emmy for a short. You have River friends?
My whole family is the majority of them are River fans.
Are they unbearable, or have they given you time?
No, we respect each other a lot. We've had a lot of heated back and
unfortunate.
forths. Yeah, but we don't watch the
Damn,
last.
not only does he have a dad, he has a good family.
No, listen. The last
I
time
don't
we
wanna
watched
hear
the
about
Boca
it
River game together, it was on Thanksgiving at their house, and it was so awkward. Like I'm not like it was Thanksgiving. Traditionally, we all do Thanksgiving together, and then on top of that, we had to watch a Boca River for an international semifinal, and that was the last time that we watched Boca River.
Wow, I've always wanted like a bucket list game, a bucket list match I want to go to is Boca River
At Boca.
at Boca. Okay,
Yeah.
Well, the Bombonera is like iconic looking stadium. I know Kevin was like making fun of it a
I
little
have a
bit.
feeling the bathrooms aren't very comfortable.
I can't vouch for the bathrooms in El
But
Bonita.
I generally hear, who was it? Matt Damon. I think Matt Damon is.
Oh, he told a great story.
Great stories
about
like
that.
that you can't even bring women because it's like so wild.
that's not
and
true.
I'm sure it was an exaggeration, but that's kind of like the
This guy's an actor.
The
He did a pretty
sentiment.
good job.
But the as far as that matchup, how like I don't know how contentious is it just for a neutral to just go and watch like what?
Yeah,
what's
if Christian and I showed up.
It's doable. I think you guys can do it.
okay?
Like, I wouldn't recommend Newell's Old Boys Rosario Central.
I would love to go to that.
That's why
That'll
he wants
be
to go.
very difficult.
Yeah.
He wants to go because you don't think he should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dangerous?
I mean,
Fine.
look, you could show. Don't go with this to the
No.
Rosario Central Stadium.
No, because
Right.
this is Newell's Old Boys.
Colors,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
I forgot Maradona played for them for a year.
Yeah, at the tail end of his career.
Yeah.
After when he returns from Europe, he plays for Newell. Scored 1 goal.
Nice.
It's not the most heated rivalry. It's the most marquee matchup in all of Argentina.
Okay.
Like the whole country stops for Boca River that week, you know?
What's the most dangerous fan base? Like, what's the Millwall? Are you gonna get in trouble for saying this? 'Cause you don't have to. No, I don't. I'm not trying to get you injured.
What's the most dangerous fan base? I would say either
Racing?
no, Racing. Nobody in
Wow.
Buenos
You might get in
Aires.
trouble for that.
No. Dangerous like in Rosario.
Like most intimidating physically.
In Rosario, if you walk in certain areas of the city with Newell's Old Boys color or Newell's Old Boys jersey, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah?
They're gonna kick your ass.
So,
Yeah.
like, you couldn't be a Bournemouth fan in Rosario.
You just don't. In certain parts of Rosario, you could. Yeah. Just as like blue and yellow for
It's
some
the
part of the
Cherries!
city. Yeah.
They finally won on the weekend. On the weekend.
No, and for you're speaking in English, hablas inglés, hijo de puta, ¿qué te pasa? And they go after you, you know? Yeah.
Amazing. This has to be. I want to go at some point. This is just such an
gotta
iconic
go.
and important game that I just want to say I've been to it.
Last question I want to ask you about growing up with a dad like Andres Cantor, who maybe there's some fans who don't know. He didn't invent, but he popularized. He became famous for
Correct.
his goal call.
Correct.
Which is a very elongated goal. And it's like, It's bellowing. It's iconic. You know how much I revere your father, and that sort of sprung him into popularity in the U.S. He did.
Yeah,
the
but you don't give a
Letterman
shit
show.
about me, huh?
No, never. I was like, can we get his dad on the show? No, but I mean, he did Letterman. He did a bunch of cool things that were on my bucket list. He got to do because of his goal call. Absolutely famous. But if, let's say, you went to the bathroom, you left the seat up. He goes to take a poop, sits down, falls into the toilet. Does he go, Nico? What is him mad at you? What does him mad at you sound like?
Him mad at me? It's my dad at home. He's not like a loud person unless it's like him talking on the phone and chanting for Boca. My dad doesn't
Is he
realize.
one of those people that thinks he has to talk on the phone as loud as how far the person is from him? In real life?
Hola, Alexis, ¿cómo estás? Ah, sí. It's like, bro, what are you doing?
That's why you put the microphone close to your mouth.
Correct.
My mom is like, hey, I'm like, if you stop yelling, you might hear what they got to
Like,
say.
I don't get it. And on top, he has these lungs in his vocal cords, like an opera singer.
Yeah.
And it's like when
He's like a
I
Kenyan marathon
imitate-
runner's
man,
lungs.
man, it is incredible. When I'm chanting a Boca chant at home, I'm going like, Ali, Ali, oh, kind of just imitating the sound of the stadium. Ali, oh. And my dad goes into like, Ali, Ali, oh, and it's like,
You're like, the neighbors are calling. Yeah.
but he doesn't realize.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand that his voice is that
Right.
Yeah,
powerful.
yeah.
It's the only way. He only knows how to project like this, and it's like, bro, like, give me a.
He's like,
You know,
Nico,
like-
hijo, te voy a decir un secret.
yeah.
I hope you don't mind me whispering. Like, no, you're not whispering, dude. You gotta,
No, he puts on a face when he gets pissed at me. He raises an eyebrow.
Yeah?
And he's silent when, and he brings me to a side, and we have our chat on the side. Yeah.
Were you a good kid? Were you a good?
I think
for
so.
the most part?
Yeah, for the most part.
you know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Look at this choir.
Yeah, I wasn't that troublesome.
He's like, I'm sorry, I cheated on my homework.
Oh, when I had to cheat on so I had a friend from Spain that he came over later, so he brought all of these Spanish customs, I guess, or maybe it wasn't just him, maybe it was just him.
What did he do? Walk in and take
No,
over your
he
house?
was-
It's mine now.
Yeah. Squatters laws. Are we getting into Spain squatting laws? Bro?
Yeah.
Just took over the Caribbean.
Yeah. Did you replace all my Bibles with your Bibles, dude?
Yeah. Wow, are we opening that door, man?
You know we go after the goddamn colonizers every chance we get.
Go for it. All right.
He would bully me into showing me my homework, and he would copy my homework, and I'd be like, oh, fuck.
So yeah,
Yeah.
This is pretty,
I'm gonna
this is pretty
do-
standard.
yeah,
Was he wearing
yeah.
a conquistador's hat?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he says some not nice stuff about, but for the most part, he loves us. He's Latinized. We've Latinized.
Good.
Now, when are they going to Latinize the Argentinians? That's gonna
Yeah, that's true. That's
That's
true.
gonna
Still
be
working on
impressive.
it. Still working on it.
Yeah. once Buenos Aires stops looking at the Paris of South America, or with the economy, who knows what Argentina's gonna
God.
turn into?
All right. Let's discuss a few topics in the football world. Let's start with the controversy between Newcastle and Arsenal. Always drama because everybody wants to anoint. Not everybody. One person at this table wants to anoint Arsenal champions after being so close last season.
Hey, I was pretty even. I was pretty unbiased.
What?
Was I not? Sorry, I just burped there. Was I not? I think that was bullshit. Leaving my body.
No.
Was I?
I think in general, the feeling is Arsenal were so close last year, and then Manchester City seemed to.
We received 2 apologies by Picamole last year.
That's right. But no,
We keep getting screwed over.
and that's where I want to get Nico involved. Like how much of a screw up? I know you were talking about VAR and how much of a controversy it is within your home and within your family, but the triple, it was like a hat trick for VAR. You know what I mean?
in one play.
In
that
one
was
play,
crazy.
they had 3
I was
opportunities.
sitting there going, I think we're going to get one of these. I think we
Straight
gotta
up.
get one.
Straight up.
I know, we got screwed.
So Anthony Gordon, on the goal by Anthony Gordon, there
Former
was
Toffee.
that's right. So am I happy that he scored? I don't know.
Can't wait for Everton to be relegated.
But the fact that before the Anthony Gordon goal, there was the push by Joe Linton on Gabriel Magalhaes. What was the other one? The possible offside.
Possible
The
offside.
ball
was the
going
third?
out. The ball going out.
Ball
of bounds.
going out.
Ball going out, which it wasn't out. Let's just skip over that.
felt-
the foul in front of the goal. That's ridiculous. And what Christina Uncle said on our show this morning, the pushing through the numbers.
He pushed him, bro.
Yeah.
Did push him.
Look, there's
Well, hold on. What was the question?
The question was, no, I'm just putting it out there. Like, how much did Arsenal get screwed over on this one? Because in my look, Arsene Wenger used to say before there was VAR that it would eventually even out at the end of the season, like a bad call.
Right.
It would at the end of the
Fair.
season, some will go your way, some will go the
Very French, very laissez-faire.
yeah, some will go your
Hey.
way, and some will go the other team's way. But this, I feel like we're at a point because of VAR, and we expect perfection. That now the
I
statement.
think we should expect near perfection, in my opinion, with technology.
Let's clarify that even more. I feel like we should get the obvious calls right.
And I thought that push, I don't care about the offside, because the offside and the ball going out of bounds, that's objective. It's either out or it's in. It's
Right.
either an offside or it's not.
Ian
The
Wright is
push.
swearing.
The push.
Ian Wright never swears.
He doesn't swear.
I thought Ian Wright was gonna have a stroke on the TV. Bro. It was scary. how
but
angry
I
he
think
was.
he's right at the end of the day, and that's evident. And here's my issue. Like, if it's still just as controversial as if we didn't have VAR. We'd still be talking about this,
Right.
Right.
Now we actually
And-
have longer to talk about.
and now, right, because we have the tools there to correct something that, to me, that's evident. Look at that push. He's pushing him forward with his two hands to
pushing
make
him in the back
space
of
for
the
him
head with one hand.
And I don't think it's a VAR problem. It's a refereeing problem.
Yeah,
If you
for sure.
see that and you don't think that's a foul, I think the blame is on the referees, and that's why VAR is still controversial, because it's not the VAR, it's not the technology that's getting it wrong. It's the people using the
So it's
technology.
human errors. So get rid of the humans, bro. Just bring on AI.
AI referees.
Allen Iverson needs to be a referee, bro. It's the only way forward, dude.
Imagine just Allen crossing up a couple,
I don't know what you mean by that, but that was beautiful, that crossover, bro.
holding a whistle.
Should have taken
Stepping
care of
over, people
practice,
getting fouled.
not the game.
Yo.
So, but it's interesting because there's something the way I felt that it was a subjective decision. I know we're looking at this photo freeze frame in the exact moment he has his hands on the back of Gabriel's head. It looked a bit oddly sexual for
The
some
only
reason.
way, even from this freeze frame, the only way a foul's not happening is if Gabriel Magalhaes is jumping backwards
Can we
into
reenact it?
Yeah. Please.
Okay,
How is that not a foul?
it looks like a foul, and I'm also hard.
Yeah. So again, we're gonna go in the showers now. But
But yeah, this is when they were basically looking at each opportunity to
Yeah.
take the goal back. They, like I said, the over the line objective, the offside objective. But then this is one of those where there is some subjectivity
it is
in
subjective.
the game.
This is
So
even
this-
subjective. But
This
you
makes
would
me feel good about the state of VAR, that there is some subjective decision. That
Question: did the ref go over to the monitor? Because I was
did not,
no.
in Brazil. He did not go over to the monitor.
No.
And that's the other thing that I
That's
don't
why,
like with VAR.
That's why Christina Uncle said I would have recommended it down.
Oh, go watch it.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, this is my thing with Stockley Park refereeing the games. It's like suddenly the person who has the full authority on the game is void of a responsibility. It's like, you're the center referee, and I don't like that about the protocol. If that happened, go take a look at it.
Yeah.
Go look at it
I
and
would agree with
decide
that.
for yourself.
I would say if VAR is looking at it at all, the center referee should be involved in that, in just looking at it as well.
Can we get him a little?
I don't
you know?
understand taking 5 minutes for the VAR to look at it and be like, nah, we good.
And
You don't need
then
to look.
decide that it's a foul.
Yeah, or just the VAR can look at it for that long and then not recommend the other ref. Look, it's like, just have another pair of eyes. Just take another look at it. I don't get that part.
It was 3 reviews. There was already about a 2.5 minute wait.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference of running over to a screen?
but
agree.
even, but
you know how Messi's security guard runs along the pitch side, we should have VAR do that. So they're always closest to the ref. just running around the iPad
Before the vision with an iPad. That's not that crazy.
I think it's actually not a bad idea. Couple battery packs on his waist in case the game goes long.
Bring the screen to the ref.
Bring the screen to the ref. Genius. He uses the magic spray so the players can't come near, like a dog tag.
Put a little circle around him. All right.
And the dude stares at the screen.
Wow, we figured it out, Nico.
We're done, bro.
How would you respond on Morning Footy if Alexis brought this up?
No, he does one of my favorite things. He's like, he's entertained, and he's like, all right, we're done with that, right? My favorite moment on Morning Footy is when I get everyone else involved in the stupidity, and Nico still tries to wedge his point, and then you see the look on his face of like a kid who didn't get what they wanted on Christmas. He's like, all right, fine, I guess we'll have fun. You know?
Yeah, basically.
I'm curious because there's the occasional moment when Alexis will drop a joke that is like, genuinely, it's funny, it's surprising, and I can just see the rest of the crew being like, I don't know if we should laugh or how hard we should laugh.
Yeah.
But I mean, the most recent one was Charlie Davies's jacket.
I mean, we went all, and that was one of the moments where you guys just kept on going, and then I wanted to drop like a nice. We were talking about Bayern Munich and Saarbrücken, the third division team that knocked him out of the Pokal. And I wanted to drop like a nice little geographic tidbit on Saarbrücken because I'm a
And
nerd
he's
like
like,
that.
oh, I've got this little thing. I'm like, no, we gonna make it.
And then at one point,
Screw
I was
your little tidbit.
You know what? Screw that. And I dropped a joke.
And he kept trying. He was like, oh, yeah, yo, you look like Maverick. I was like, we got Nico.
Good, all right, you get an influence, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So
Sometimes on the show, I need to chill.
yeah, we do need to. Yeah, you need to chill. They tell you that all the time. That's your post-show notes. Are usually,
That's my 6-month review.
Chill the fuck.
Alexis does need to chill, and the best way he does that is with an ice cold Coors Light.
Can't drink it on the show because we're not allowed to drink anything other than water, really,
Or
mate,
mate.
as this guy does. But as soon as the show's over, I pop open a can of crisp Coors Light. And we happen to have a lot of Coors Light here. And sometimes I make a mistake and I pick one up that's not chilled and ready to go. But then I look down, I realize, oh, the mountain's not blue.
That's right. I mean, what a terrible mistake to
What a
make, Alexis.
devastating moment had I opened
It hurts when you pick up the can and it's not blue. It means that we haven't done something on our part.
That's right. But then I look in the fridge and I go, oh, there they are. That's where we keep cold
That's where
stuff.
we keep the cold ones.
Oh, wow. What an interesting piece of technology.
You mean I'm not supposed to drink the ones under the couch?
Wow. We may have too many. We may need a bigger fridge, folks.
Okay.
But it's blue. The mountain turns blue. It tells you it's ready to chill. And you pop up, and then you go, after the first one.
Exactly. That is the move. All right. So
Isn't that
Coors Light
amazing?
is the one we choose when we need to unwind. So when you want to hit reset, reach for the beer that's made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/Cooligans.
That's CoorsLight.com/Cooligans. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Ramos. All right. Let's move on.
See, that didn't hurt.
Let's talk so more refereeing controversies because the MLS playoffs are going on, and
Playoffs?
and we had a wild one. Obviously, Red Bulls lost to FC Cincinnati in just. Even Rebel fans say this. It's just they find new ways to break.
That's so Metro.
That's so Metro, but they find new ways to break the hearts of the fans, and this one happened in penalties. But that's not where the refereeing controversy happened. It was in the game against Vancouver against LAFC, and this was a wild one where Vancouver just needed to at least draw to take the game into penalties to possibly get, just to extend their season a little bit.
And the ref said, no, I need to get home. We ain't doing all these penalties.
We have to just take a quick look at it because this is remarkable. I don't think I've ever seen something like this that on such an important play of the game.
Now, mind you, BC Place, I believe it's called, is
Yeah.
jam-packed, record-setting crowd. So watch this.
Oh,
The ref
and-
said, get out of here, open field tackle.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, look at this.
Took him down.
3-on-1.
Get in the gym, homie.
No keeper.
No
No
keep-
keeper, bro. Step your game up, dog. You do it, yo. You only focusing on leg day, my G?
It's like a Bill Lambier screen build back in the day.
Yo, I mean, look, LAFC. There's a rule for LAFC. They're allowed to have 12 players on the field. I don't know if you know about that. But Sartini is furious. The coach for Vancouver.
And he was on one. That was awesome to see him
Look at this
genuinely
again.
furious.
Deservedly. Look at this.
This is
The ref
It's painful to
looked
watch.
down, realized it was a Vancouver player, and said, "Nah, play on, bro."
But this also hilariously, this was offside.
Yeah, it's strange from Vela that he didn't recognize that, or Bouanga that Bouanga was ahead of the ball.
Yeah.
Like why? I don't know. It was kind of like a low IQ play. The game ended up in their favor anyway. But maybe Vancouver ended up. They could have scored after that. There was still some time afterwards.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of the. I think Vela forgot it's the second to last defender.
Correct.
Not the last defender. Not the there was.
There's no goalkeeper.
There's no goalkeeper, but that is effectively the goalkeeper, the
yeah,
last
correct.
player. So
Correct.
It looked like he just didn't think about that and held the ball.
Neither of them did.
Yeah, held the ball way too long, and because the pass.
But when
should've-
you get an advantage like that, you gotta take the opportunity. You gotta take
But
it.
what if that was if it was 0-0 and that was to ice the game?
right.
You know, they wouldn't have gone through if that game was 0-0 instead of 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, look, so there's a lot happening because the ref sort of got bailed out that the goal didn't go
But not-
in,
but not really.
Yeah,
But not
because he
really,
stopped
because-
a potential goal for Vancouver.
Right, because they could have stopped it from being.
There was
an
a guy
offside.
attacking the ball. The referee just went bing.
Yeah, he said, "Get the." Yeah, I'm trying to go home, dog.
So
I gotta check on my dog.
it's kind of remarkable. I've never seen anything like this. I mean, we were talking about this before we started recording, just about the. I mean, we know the rules are specifically with if the ball touches the referee,
Yeah.
then there's a stoppage of play, especially if the ball changes possession. So he would blow the whistle. But
But if that was a player, would that be a foul?
if that was a LAFC player colliding with a Vancouver player.
Yes, because the Vancouver
Can I see it
player-
again? No, I haven't interpreted in this context. Would it be a
The
foul if that
Vancouver
was?
player's back.
Let me
turned
see.
To him.
All right, so let's take a quick look.
Could all come down to this for Vancouver.
Let's see.
All right, watch.
I would call it a foul.
Okay, so
He's
then he
not
should have
trying
called
to
the
play
foul
the
on
ball.
himself.
No, but he can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
A foul was committed on the pitch.
No, but by a referee.
So that's allowed.
That's,
a ref
that's the
can
mystery.
2 foot. A ref can 2 foot a player.
Correct.
No, I think you understand that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to look it up. The mystery now is
The ref punches a player.
I don't
It's in
think-
the rules.
in
in
the
the
laws.
rules.
In the no,
Play
it's-
on, baby.
It's not in the rules. That's the thing. It's one of those gray areas. We tried looking it up on IFAB, and I want to
Yeah,
get
we.
Christina
We
Uncles.
tried looking it up
for
on
me.
You have the
because,
IFAB app.
because now the
Christian was actually on the phone with IFAB when we walked in.
Say
long
Señor IFAB, perdón. Did I press 2 for
it's
Spanish?
not in the rules. It's not in the rules. So it's like if the ball touches a referee, that's in the rules. But I wouldn't ever assume that the ref is gonna.
If a ref
with
hockey
somebody.
shoulder checks
Correct.
a player, no, it's not. We don't
Yeah.
have. That's never happened in the sport.
I would assume the referee doesn't have the authority to stop the game, to decide that, let's give a drop ball to Vancouver at the edge of the box because I messed up.
Okay.
That's just bad positioning. That's
Right.
bad refereeing.
Forget
at the end of the
IFAB, which is clearly your constitution.
day. It is. It is.
Common
Live that-
sense.
You haven't seen my IFAB?
That says IFAB. So the common sense wouldn't tell you the game
Yours
should be
says I fat.
Yes.
There it is.
Wow.
This is it.
You gotta. Can we zoom in, editor, on his eyes when he realizes that's a joke?
I didn't know whether to go there or not.
No, you're amongst friends. We'll never have you on the show.
Okay.
Can
you
we
thi-
roll the Kavincha video one
You
more
think
time?
you think this is Andres Cantor? No. Andres Cantor is too good for a joke like that.
Oh wow.
Nico, no. This is
I've dragged him into the mud. Is what I think we're seeing.
this
Or
is
chocolate
you
fudge.
made this.
Yeah. I was like, dude, do whatever jokes you want. I didn't realize I would be the brunt of that joke. That's my mistake.
Okay.
I was like, get in there and have fun. I didn't know it would be at my expense.
Now I'm uncomfortable.
now you
it's
see how I feel in warm temperatures.
Okay. Can we use this clip on Morning Footy tomorrow?
Please. I might give it to them, actually.
Okay. Let's move on.
Well, anyway, he should have called the foul on himself.
Interesting. Okay, fine. I mean, look, it is. I don't think Vancouver is winning this series regardless, but still, it sucks to lose and to have such a unbelievable, ridiculous moment happen at home. Sold out stadium. The upper bowl is open now.
Yeah.
Like I think they never open it for their
No,
game.
and the coach went in. Sartini went in. So much so that Arsenal released a statement defending him.
What was the Sartini actually? He made a
he posted something?
in the press conference. He
Made
said
a TikTok dancing.
he said
That's how angry he was.
he said something. I want.
Oh, they aired the full 18 minutes of the press conference.
Bro,
Vancouver.
right on the Vancouver Twitter
wow.
account. But there was something like mafia level. So he made like something like if damn, I want to get the exact quote because he basically implied like if I think he was referring to the referee, like if this guy if he goes missing in some lake, they're gonna come after me. They're gonna think it was me. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but
He did the beautiful knees. Would be a shame if something happened to him.
He says something like that. I was pretty crazy. So yeah, look, he got a red card, and you could understand why he would be upset.
Got to get
Yeah.
Arteta and Sartini on the phone together, bro. They're
Dude, but
taking
no.
out referees left and right.
Refereeing has become, especially for some reason, this season has become such a huge
'Cause
talking
they all
point.
suck. All the
I
refs
mean,
suck.
we've had such mind-blowing like screw-ups that it becomes fodder. And to be honest, I think people enjoy the entertainment of the drama of it all.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, the media is like, finally, we have something to talk about other than goals.
Yeah.
You know, but
Now that we have somebody
part
from
of the media.
we have somebody from the mainstream media.
Yeah, look
maybe
at
he
gotcha
can.
media over here, fat shaming their friends on podcasts. If this is what he's known for, then let it be.
No, Nico, if you could drop another one, feel free.
I think that's the one I had.
This is the show to do it, not morning foot.
All right.
Because Josh will cut it, make it a clip.
Correct.
NWSL playoffs. The semifinal matches just happened. So we know who is going to be in the final. It is going to be Gotham FC against OL Reign. It will be Ali Krieger versus Megan Rapinoe in both
the retirement bowl.
The retirement. This is look, Nico. I mean, for us, I mean, we've had Megan Rapinoe on the show and Ali Krieger, and I mean, can we call ourselves friends with Megan Rapinoe and Ali Krieger?
Here's why I say yes. Because as many times as we've met Megan Rapinoe, she continues to remember us.
I just saw her.
First name basis?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw her the other.
Or are you guys the Cooligan guys?
No. She goes, "What's up, Christian? What's up, Alexis? It's crazy."
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
One time
Okay.
she said they played our show, a segment of our show, in the locker room.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't.
Damn.
I mean, like, I assume Megan Rapinoe's a liar when she says stuff like that.
Who had the aux? We need to send them a shirt.
But yeah, I saw Megan Rapinoe at Ali Krieger's retirement party type thing.
You guys are tight with Ali Krieger, aren't
Yeah,
you?
Yeah,
She's
she's
cool.
homie. She's a
Yeah.
homie.
She's the homie.
And but Megan saw me and gave me a hug immediately.
Oh, wow, epic.
So it feels weird saying, my friend Megan Rapinoe and my friend Ali Krieger are playing in the NWSL final.
I don't know who to root for. A draw? How does this work? Can you both share the trophy?
Just both win.
Both? You know what? Just Ali Krieger and Megan Rapinoe win. Not even the teams. Is that possible?
But this is like maybe this is just for Nico. Please get involved. But it's a difficult situation. That we both want.
You guys
them
got to
to
root for New York.
Yeah, I think,
no,
I was
rooting
gonna
for
say, look at the
Gotham.
thing that's behind Nico's head right now, bro. We've got
Right, yeah.
We've got the Gotham FC.
Yeah.
But hold up. Actually, what I wanted to ask you didn't catch this. I was trying to mouth something to you while we were going to break.
I thought you were saying I love you.
Oh no, it was New York City FC. I answered my own question. When was the last time that New York had a team in a final?
Yeah, New York City.
And before that?
The Yankees, probably.
Yeah, 2009.
Yankees.
2009.
2009?
Yeah.
The Yankees haven't been in the World Series since 2009. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, but the
trash.
Shunkies have been
Yeah.
they were there in 2018, I think.
Yeah. A lot of Shankies going on in Rikers Island.
So no, it is. Look, I think we are obviously we're rooting for Gotham, but there's something.
Bats.
There's something to Megan Rapinoe winning on her the final game of her career that is also kind of a beautiful story as well. But I think the way the internet has been, especially with the Ali Krieger story and the drama,
We all know what we're talking about.
we all know what we're talking about.
Are we not allowed to talk? Oh, because you guys are tight.
We're friends, so we try not to talk about it.
Okay, right. Respect.
I
get it.
People are following along on the internet. They know.
Correct.
Every time I have like an inclination to make a joke about the situation, I just call Alexis fat. It's
Happens
just like,
a lot.
Right.
Sometimes he'll text me out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, were you thinking of a joke about the
Okay. So look, but I'm excited about the final, but it's a difficult thing. I think even a lot of fans are going through this.
It's hard to root against one of them. I feel like I'm one of those people. Like I would love Gotham to win, but I wouldn't hate if Megan Rapinoe won.
Yeah. That's
Kind of the way I'm going.
That's
about
kind
it.
of where I'm at. Did you guys obviously on Paramount Plus on CBS? You guys saw the goal. I hope from
Katie Stengel.
Katie Stengel.
Look at how happy she is.
I mean, this is just one of the. It's just such an incredible. I watched this entire game, and it was a stalemate, and it wasn't like a boring game or anything like that. It was just a 0-0 that went into extra time, and both teams couldn't like unlock each other. And
But you curl it like that, and you're going to unlock a lot. I mean, the instinct to pull the ball further away from goal is so interesting to me. Because it seems like that to me, I'm like, man, you're a baller. Because look at what happens when she traps the ball. So it passes out, one touch to her. Look,
Lewis.
boom, slides it
Away
out,
from
slides
goal,
it out. Obviously, it's to gain
what a
space away
hit.
from the defender. But the instinct to go further from goal is so intriguing to me because everything in my body would say, get as close as possible. And she's just like, nah, I think I need to go further back. I need to lower the XG on this a little bit. It's so intriguing.
but Gotham didn't even really have that many
Didn't need him, Christian.
clean chances like
Throw
that.
bats, bro.
But
I know it's a
What's a bat sound?
Is that what you expect?
sounds like a child trapped in a well.
Dark.
They,
What'd you say?
Get away loud. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm fat. Then I thought I want ice cream. When was the last
Trapped
time
in
you
a
ate
well.
ice cream? Imagine. We're gonna send help. Send ice cream.
Anyway, I would say, I don't know if you saw the whole game, but there was I think the most instrumental play was the yellow card that Ali Krieger got. She fouled
To stop
Sophia
yeah.
Smith. She had. I mean, we all know Sophia Smith is like one of the fastest players in the league. But breakaway. She was gonna get on goal, and as soon as the ball was passed, it was basically a turnover in the middle of the field. And Ali Krieger, as soon as the ball was passed to Sophia Smith
In Portland's own half.
in Portland's own half,
Right.
She acted like a ref in the LAFC Vancouver.
100%. She's like, I learned from the best.
She's like, oh, I saw a good open.
But it
field
was
tackle.
such a smart play because the foul happened
Hell yeah.
essentially like in the center circle almost.
Yeah.
And, 40, 50 yards from goal. But as soon as the ball was passed to Sophia Smith, Ali Krieger was like, nah. It's like Lethal Weapon, like, I'm getting too old for this shit. She's like, I ain't
But that's
running.
that wily veteran shit. Like, I'm not chasing. I'm gonna take a professional foul here. How many yellows I got? None. Watch me.
It was a great move, and look, and it led to Gotham getting to their, Gotham FC. Sky Blue has obviously been to a final.
Fede Valverde from Real Madrid did that in a Copa del Rey, in a Super Cup,
I said
maybe?
the exact
Yes,
same thing
yeah,
when
we
he
were talking
tackled
about this.
Morata.
Morata, he was on a
yeah.
fast break for
Yeah.
Atletico Madrid, and
He
Valverde
completely
took him
took
out
him
at
out.
half field and
Yeah.
took a red.
Yeah.
It was a red, right?
Yeah, it was a red.
Yeah. So high IQ play there. Good for her.
I think it was the reason it wasn't a red was because the ball was not sent like
Directly to the feet.
Yeah, it wasn't sent directly to the feet. It was like away on the kind of left side of the field, but Sophia was gonna get there if she just wasn't impeded.
Also super far away. It's just tackle in the center circle.
It wasn't clear that she didn't like have possession.
Were there no
You know what I
defenders
mean?
afterwards?
There was one sort of in line, but Sophia Smith would have gotten there. But it wasn't. Just the fact that we're sort of trying to parse it. is why it wasn't an obvious goal scoring opportunity. But it was one of those moments where you could see Ali Krieger being like, I hope I did the right thing.
Ali Krieger's like, are they looking at me, bro? Are they looking at me?
Well, if I do this, they don't see me, right?
Is he walking over here, bro?
Same
You
thing
just tell me if they're walking over here, bro.
Because the same thing happened with the goalkeeper, because Olivia Moultrie got fouled in the box, and there's a great moment. I gotta find. Aaron West posted this GIF of the goalkeeper. Let me see if I can find it quickly. But she's hoping and praying that this goalkeeper, Hot, I believe her name is. Damn, where is it? Where she's like, oh, here it is. You see her?
She just goes, please.
This is VAR. They're waiting on VAR, and she's just going, please.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want it to be your mistake, right?
Yeah, and it turned out it was a foul in the box, but Olivia Moultrie was offside. There were just so many. This is how close the margins were in this game. This is easily one of my favorite NWSL matches I've seen, because you could tell that there was
There's a lot on the line.
a lot on the line, but then there's something with Gotham where they're really playing for Ali Krieger, and same thing with OL Reign. They are playing for Megan Rapinoe, and it's giving some sort of extra boost and energy to the rest
You
of the
need
team.
inspiration. I mean, we talked about Sporting Kansas City. Like, out of nowhere, this team now looks unbeatable, where at the beginning of the season, they were the most beatable. And you get that little bit of inspiration. All of a sudden, you have like this thing to play for. And it's like everyone's level rises just a little bit. I'm sure Ali Krieger's like, look at how much I'm icing these knees, bro. Don't you dare go out there and start fouling people left
But
and right.
it's an emotional story, I think, for both of those players and the effect that they're having on their
I'd
teams.
play it up. I'd get like an AARP rep to show up. I'd be like, not right now. You see what's happening? You guys need to win.
It's just Ali and Megan show up to training with IVs for some reason.
They got a new sponsorship for Epsom salt.
I was gonna say we gotta add them to the new Genix commercial. All them to Miami.
Frank Thomas is like, can we get cameras in here? No. We got one more game, dude. One more game.
So the NWSL final will be on Saturday on CBS, and so that'll be
huge.
I'm excited. It's gonna be
big CBS too.
Predictions. Who we got?
I got Gotham winning 1-0.
Oh, Reign.
Wow.
The Reign will figure it out.
Nico hates Ali Krieger.
Yeah.
We've confirmed. I think Gotham are. I think Gotham are the better team because they have more depth than the Reign. So I'm gonna go with Gotham. I think it might be like a 1-0. Or you might even end in penalties or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's. We also had Scott Parkinson on the show. You weren't on this episode.
No, I
this
was
not. During the Women's World Cup. But Scott Parkinson was the former head coach for Gotham FC, and now the assistant
Big
coach.
Coffee as well.
Yes. He's the assistant coach at OL Reign. So there's a lot of storylines at play here.
Here's one. I hope this is the final NWSL season where the final is in a neutral ground.
Okay.
I'm
That's
done
kind of
with that.
crazy.
I'm kind of done with that.
You got to give it to the higher seed, no?
But they did that.
Yeah.
They did that with MLS for a long time.
Yeah.
I
and
think,
then eventually it stopped. And
Yeah.
I hope that this is the time. Also, NWSL, can we get an all-star game?
all right. Well, they're doing a skills challenge at the I think either the day before or the day of the final. Yeah. So
they've added activities.
Yeah. But they just added it like 3 days ago. So
Okay.
it's,
Oh,
wow.
It's really like I just saw it very, very recently.
It's difficult to get to San Diego like on a weekend from one moment to the next. The game was yesterday, and now fans got to book tickets to go to San Diego that it's probably going to be in and out. It's a lot to get there, and for even Seattle's far away. Also, it's just
you
like
just flew to Rio, dog.
which is far away. I don't think a lot of people can do that.
Yeah, of course not.
It's much easier to get to Buenos Aires. And again, I think single venue final for Copa Libertadores is stupid.
Okay.
You gotta have a home and away how it's always been. That's been always the best. I think I don't like venue.
You don't like single game elimination for a final?
No, not for Copa Libertadores. I like having the color from every stadium show on the greatest stage of Copa Libertadores.
Okay.
That's okay.
I mean, yeah.
That's how it's always been, and they just made the single final. They want to be. CONMEBOL wants to be like UEFA.
Because
and
UEFA
CONMEBOL is
makes
not
a lot of money.
correct, but CONMEBOL is not UEFA. There was this whole like pregame show that was no one gave a shit about the pregame show before the Copa
pregame
Libertadores
show's not
final.
working.
It's like
Camila Cabello. She was like, people were listening.
Even
and were like, yeah,
even
of
at
course
UEFA,
not.
imagine if that's at the UEFA Champions League. Imagine at the Copa Libertadores, you couldn't hear the people.
Just one guy with a
singing.
drum, and they're like, Guantanamo. Like, could you get out of here?
It was a Brazilian guy and it was an Argentine band. And whenever the Brazilian guy would sing, the whole Boca section would
Oh, wow.
whistle. You couldn't hear him. And then the Argentine band sang, and the whole Brazilians were like, so it was just the people singing over a constant.
Yeah.
It's the most anti-Copa Libertadores thing ever. So
Actually,
I don't like neutral
disagree.
venue.
The opposing fans whistling. That's
How do
actually.
you do? Can you do the whistle?
I can't. That's
No.
I
Yeah.
can't whistle either.
my friend taught me.
This reminds me of prom night. Yeah.
Dumb guy. Sorry.
Your friend, I don't think he taught you.
No. Yeah. I didn't learn.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right. I think we're. Is there anything else that I missed? I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good to go.
We're good to go.
Nico Cantor.
How did it feel? First time on Cooligans.
Great. I hope I behaved.
No,
No,
didn't.
you did not.
That's exactly what we expect.
Great.
But that, yeah,
Yeah.
you did great.
That's what we want.
Is there anything you want to make sure you plug and let people know about?
Follow me on socials, I guess.
Yeah, I
Nico
got-
Cantor 1 on everything, on my TikTok, on my Instagram, on my Twitter. What else do I have?
What app are you best on?
Instagram, probably. I give Instagram the most love.
When
Actually,
you're talking to your cousins, you call it Instagram or do you say Instagram?
Instagram. I do that thing. I when I'm speaking Spanish, I say the thing properly in English.
Oh, yeah?
Si estoy hablando así, tengo que hablar del Manchester United. I'll say Manchester
You don't say
United.
Manchester?
Like I have my cousins like from Argentina. They're like talk about Leicester City, and they're like, ¿viste el partido de Leicester?"
Leche.
You're like,
Oh,
"What
yeah.
is that?"
Delicioso.
Full of vitamins.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't. If I know something's pronounced the right way, it's in my nature to pronounce it the right way.
Yeah, I mean,
As
I've heard
know.
you say these Turkish teams and Turkish. I mean, it's
Yeah, Ankara gücü.
yeah. Well, because part of me wants
exactly.
Yeah.
part of me wants to be like, what's this contentious like asshole or whatever.
He knows
But-
how it comes
A little
across.
bit,
But no.
a little bit, but it's because I care enough that I know how it's pronounced the right way.
I respect
You know, when
it,
I started
yeah.
respecting it even more, when we asked the question of what would you do if you weren't, in the world of football, and you
Yeah.
were like, I'd be in linguistics. I'm like, he's not being a dick. This is what he likes.
Yeah, I like it. I
Yeah.
genuinely, like literally, there's a team in
You come
Serbia
across
called
like a dick,
T.
but yeah.
And I don't care. I don't care coming across as a dick because I know what my intentions are. There's a
Right.
team, literally, you mentioned it, TSC in Serbia, and you pronounce that team T-S-C. And the name of the team is Tusitsa, and I freaking call it Tusitsa
It
because
sounds
that's
like
the
that
name
old
of the
school
team.
hip hop song. Whatever that song.
I'm like, yeah, he's about to get started on a
I'm
bar.
like, kid got bars, but I didn't know about that. You're about to get
I didn't
remixed,
know,
bro.
I didn't know Nico could beatbox.
There's also oh god, what was the other one? I think I said like Cheska Moscow, and you corrected me.
Or Crvena Zvezda?
Remember I pulled it up in the other language, and for some reason FOTMOB had it in Swedish.
Oh, no, that was a team from.
No, that was Red Star.
Oh,
Belgrade.
Red Star Belgrade,
And I was
yeah.
like, Nico, you ever seen this before? And I mean, it was like catnip. It sent him on. It was like in a commercial. They're like 40, and he's like, I need to figure out what language is it. And he's like, show me your iPad. And we're like, I was like, it's like a 6. And then there's like with dots. It was like cut the red wire, cut the blue wire moment. And then he's like, oh, Sweden. And like, and you're on. He's like, hello, everyone. I'm Nico Cantor.
Mate, no, I respect your dedication to your
Thanks,
craft,
bro. I
man.
appreciate that.
It's
I do have
absolutely
one
beautiful.
last question for you. What's your goal? What's your peak?
So a lot of people ask me this, and it's like, if you would have asked me when I was working.
So it's not working with me. Okay. We figured that out.
In
real
Spanish,
quick.
we're gonna have our own show.
Yeah,
together,
that would be
bro.
great. And go to your flat.
Good. Niche Latino joke. I like that. I didn't know that the Golazo show would have existed 5 years before, and when I got the Golazo show, that for sure was dream job, straight up. And working at CBS, having a daily show, being a part of a daily show, talking about soccer is like dream job. I don't know what there's gonna be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what the soccer landscape is gonna look like. I'm just happy that I'm leaving a footprint, and there's people that care enough that see through me being a dick and pronouncing the names properly is part of the American voice, because it's not just people who were born here that only have American parents. There's kids of immigrants and kids and people from all around the world that, and only in America it happens, where they bring so many different soccer backgrounds to the United States, and you learn so much about all these other countries. Because in Argentina, they only know about Argentinian soccer.
Yeah.
And in Mexico,
England, they only know about England.
In England, they only know about England. And in Italy and in France and in Spain for the most part, they're only inward looking because their product is amazing. Our product is so new, and we grab from all of these different parts of the world, and we have such a unique soccer landscape, the amount of soccer you can consume in the United States, you can't consume it anywhere in the world, and that's why being a soccer fan in the US is awesome.
All
It
right.
wasn't that question I asked. One last question. What's a perception of me you had that you were wrong about now that you've known me for a while? Be as brutally honest as possible. I don't care.
Okay.
You know I don't get offended.
At first, so I think we're very similar in. You're very cultured.
I was gonna say,
didn't
no
know
one's
that.
ever said
no,
that.
No. I didn't know that, and you know much more than I thought you knew about countries and experiences.
Every once in a while, I'll say
and-
something, the camera's not on him, and I'll say, like, I'll drop a gem of some knowledge
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
and he goes,
I have a shit list. Every
He
time
said in
Alexis has
Spanish,
stumped
"Me lo
me.
pusiste en el culo."
Yeah.
Right, there is some kismet here because he tried to stump me early on. And I said, like, yo, Mourinho's not a good enough coach for the men's national team. I'm like, we need someone that can use the athleticism we have. And he goes, oh, yeah, like who? And, you know, in his head, he was like, God,
Yeah.
shut this fat guy up, you know? And I go, I don't know. How about Janice, the coach from Fluminense? And he was like, who? And I'm like, oh, he plays a really cool style. It's called relationism. And I kind of explained. He was like, oh, my God, he actually knew somebody. That guy just beat Boca fucking Juniors in the Copa Libertadores Final. And that's a couple of months after also being hired as the interim national team manager for Brazil.
Yeah, stumped. No, my bad take. So I made a little.
He's gonna make a shirt.
Photoshop. This is all of the names that he has stumped me on.
Yeah, oh, it's
and
amazing.
It says Alexis knows with the Cuba flag. Nico's pretentiousness edition, and in parentheses, growing list. So it's Genies. It's Marcos Aurelio, the Brazilian that played for Turkey
Yeah.
at the 2008 Euros. Spinetto.
Spinetto, the coach who gave Cholo Simeone his nickname Cholo.
Correct, and El Trinche,
El
who
Trinche.
and now I even forgot who El Trinche
That was
was.
Maradona's
Idol.
Idol.
Uh-huh.
Not idol. It was not his favorite player. It was his idol. Yeah, it's the one he looked up to.
Okay, all right. So I'm compiling the
Right,
list.
right. But why is Pele there? You didn't know that one?
Where's Pele?
I'm kidding.
Even I was like, damn, I stumped you on Pele.
Amazing. All right, look, I'm glad you guys are working together and friends. I know I worked with Alexis.
People do think we don't get along, which was it Chuck, what's the guy on TNT?
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley. He was like, I love Shaq, but they argue sometimes, and on TV, it's good for TV. I actually think our personalities clashing on TV is good for the show.
We are. I mean, it's just because you know what you know, and I know what I know, and and you're very cultured. I think people underestimate that about, or maybe I underestimated.
You
about
definitely did.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
like,
about.
something I didn't know about you. He's like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not stupid.
Yeah.
You talk stupid.
But when I started working with Alexis, one of the first things I noticed is usually when we would travel, we would be doing stand up in different cities or different countries or whatever, or going to different games. The one, no matter what country we were in, or no matter who we met from, some countries, obscure country, I've not met many people from. I'm like, how does he know your national dish? Like,
Right.
And then people are like, oh my God, he knows.
American cities. It's like I don't know. You throw out an American city, and the dude's like, oh yeah, the fucking, what I said. It's like Albuquerque the other day, and you were like, you knew exactly like
Yeah.
what dish it was in
Yeah,
Albuquerque.
it was green hatch chilies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see? Oh my God. What is wrong with you, bro?
I care about people's cultures.
Yeah.
But the food-related ones. Anyway.
I can enjoy that part.
Yeah. All right.
Shit about your soccer.
Well, watch Morning Footy every morning on Paramount
8 to 10,
Plus,
Golazo Show.
Golazo Network.
First cast member to be on the show.
Look at that.
Broke the cherry. For the
shit.
first time in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give Virgin a lot.
Look, I'm surrounded by you.
we got a lot in common, Nico. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure you follow Nico at Nico Cantor 1. Make sure you follow us at Soccer Cooligans on all social channels. Subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to the podcast. Do whatever you got to do. Join the Patreon as well. Patreon.com/Soccer Cooligans. We'll be back on Thursday with another big episode. But again, thank you so much, Nico Cantor, for joining us today, everybody.
Thank you, Nico.
Peace, everybody.
Love you guys.